Hello, everyone. I'm LD with the Integrity and Average channel. Today, I wanted to talk about attention and in music, movies, memes, stuff like that. Basically, I just wanted to talk about what attention is and how we use it, and better ways to use it. And yeah, so let's get into it. So attention. Whenever most people think about attention, they think about, at least first thing that pops in my head is a teacher saying attention class. Get the attention on her. To get everybody to stop being distracted or whatever, to focus, to acquire focus. Um, so I want to kind of bring this up, is that attention is, in essence, a sacred treasure. So what people pay attention to, whether that be, a movie or a show or even music. I had this New Year's resolution, which I will do a New Year's resolution video someday, not today. But I mentioned memes as part of this too, and other cultural influential points that people can, focus on and stuff like that. So I guess whenever we're talking about attention, the first thing that pops in my head, probably the easiest one for me to describe, is movies. So whenever you're watching a movie, I'll tell you about this game I play with myself too. But whenever you're watching movies, let's say you have a new movie that comes out. For instance, I just watched the Dune Prophecy movie, the second Dune movie. I saw the first one not too long ago. Before that, and then I watched the second one. So whenever you're watching a movie, you're focused on either the main character, side characters, the dialogue that's actually within the movie too. I like to do this whenever I watch movies. I always try to see a spot, or like kind of find a spot that no one has looked before. So what I mean by that is, maybe there's like something that they, like an Easter egg or something like that, which I'll describe that with video games. But basically something that they missed, or maybe something that's hidden there, trying to show plot points in the future of the movie or future movies. You never know, depending on how far out they're thinking. But whenever you're focusing on a movie, tying it all back in, you're focusing on whatever you want to focus on. And to train attention is where I'm trying to get with this. Is you know there's several ways to train attention and to kind of increase your span for attention. Mindfulness meditation is one of them. So sitting in a spot and holding focus, holding awareness, and it gets easier if you have a focal point of breathing if you're just starting out. But to kind of cultivate attention and focus and train it. That's one way of training it. There's several other ways, but just focus on what you're paying attention to is what, in essence, of what I'm trying to say. So whenever I was saying it's a sacred treasure, because that's how you cultivate learning. That's how you cultivate, your personality. What you're spending attention on is ultimately what makes you. It's kind of a reciprocating thing. So let's say I sit down and I watch, what's a show? I sit down and I watch like Big Bang Theory. So I'm watching it, and you have Sheldon, you have all these characters, you have the archetypes of the characters. That's one thing to talk about. But you also have what they represent. So Sheldon's kind of the know-it-all. He knows everything about like everything, and he's like the best nerd. He has his own spin-off show, Young Sheldon. Um, but yeah. So there's different characters. So let's talk about music now. So music is a beautiful thing. I think about it like this: is like it's decorating time whenever you're listening and paying attention to music. What you're paying attention to, whether it's the melody, the lyrics, the chorus. You have all these different key components of music, and what you're paying attention to as you're listening to music is cohesively too creating your kind of awareness within the song or within the album or the artist or the genre. Um, so what we pay attention to makes us. The kind of music that you listen to is also making you too. So if you listen to, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get into some shit with this. It's okay. But if you listen to like Young Thug and 21 Savage all the time, like it's not necessarily, you're not gaining much from it. I mean, maybe you're a particular person who does gain from it, and that's totally up to you. But there is music that has high vibrational frequencies. What I mean by that is you listen to it and it does elevate you. So, um, for instance, you can even go down to the frequencies that create higher vibration, like 369 or 963. They have different. 963 is the God frequency, and I'll triple check that whenever I get done with this, but I'm pretty sure it is. But you have these different frequencies and melodies and all these things that come together. And as you're listening to music, pay attention to the lyrics, pay attention to the kind of like overall theme of the song or the feel of the song. I know there's probably a better word for that too, but it's what you're paying attention to in a song or paying attention to in general is still, like I said, reiterating, cultivating your awareness and cultivating who you are. So another thing too is, I mean, like for example, like high vibrational high vibrational music is like things like worship music, specifically. What am I gonna say? There's a song by Jarvis Campbell. Hopefully, I'm not saying that wrong. It's called Eden. That's a very very powerful song. Other elements of like high vibrational music. I think personally, I'm a very big lyrical person whenever it comes to music. So listening to the actual words that are said in the song, because spelling and spell and music and cultivating, attention and awareness and lyrics, um, is something that I would always recommend people to do. Not to say that I don't listen to like my fair share of some other songs. I've kind of dwindled throughout the years, but like your attention changes and you change as a person, and the things that you like change. And I'm just trying to cultivate more awareness into that. Another one that I would like to bring attention to whenever it comes to attention is actually like memes. So I've been seeing a lot of memes lately, and people are essentially like posting, these memes that have a very, like, the essence of it is true, which I need to make a whole video about what truth is and the concept and the how that all plays into everything. But their new phenomenon is they're making these memes. People are making these memes, and they are they're in essence true, and they make like jokes out of like very specific things, and it highlights the argument within a meme. It's just phenomenal to see it being distilled, that much distillation of truth in just a simple picture. And they have odd things like a meme typically does, like Pepe the Frog or something like that. And I know you're gonna look at Pepe the Frog after this or whatever, and you're gonna be like, well, what is he talking about? But it's just like a frog. It's a frog. There's other symbolism behind Pepe the Frog. People have done deep dives on this. Jordan Peterson's one of them too. He's a Canadian psychologist slash author slash basically philosopher. Perfect. I'm just gonna leave it like that. Um, he's done deep dives on Pepe and what that means and how that transcends time. And I'm just trying to say that whatever you are cultivating attention with, like if you're playing an old song from the 80s, you're almost time traveling. I mean, in essence, you're going back to that era of whenever that song was released initially, and you're playing something all the way through up until now, and you have those memories associated with it, you have the time associated with it, and that goes for any song that's ever been made. Music is literally decorating time. So be mindful of what you decorate your time with, especially whenever it comes to whatever it is, music, TV shows. Oh gosh, social media. Oh man, gonna say hi to social media. But decorating your stuff with quality, for one, it's quality. I would say quantity too. You don't have way too much. And whenever you are watching something of, I would say, some substance to it, have your attention focused on it, because that ultimately, helps you out quite a bit whenever you have that ability. But I guess that's all I have for you today. Just cultivating awareness um, and attention into just kind of popular things that are popping up, and just being mindful of that. Um, for the next video idea, I might do something mindfulness wise, or might do something meditation wise. So we'll see. But I'm now diving into the stuff that I want to talk about. So, anyways, I hope y'all have a very fantastic rest of your day. Hope everything's good wherever you're at, and I just want to say I love you, and goodbye. Still recording? Oh no. Oh no.